Africans and English could be allies, lovers, parents, and married. That is until the Virginia legislature convened in 1705.
This video, my black people, I need us to understand this video for us to understand that we was here prior to the transatlantic slave trade. I do not even believe the transatlantic slave trade actually happened. Blacks came here multiple ways. We came here with the Kushites 2,000 years before Abu Bakr came here in 1303. We also so it is much evidence that black was already here, but what I would like to present to you is evidence that blacks was here prior to a transatlantic slave trade is the facts that as early as 1690, they began to pass miscegenation laws forbidding black men from marrying white women. This would not have been necessary if blacks had came over here initially in slave boats as they had taught us.
In America's beginning, there was race mixing, especially among indentured servants and slaves. In 1676, during Bacon's Rebellion, these blacks and whites fought the white ruling class holding them in bondage, and lost.
They write us out of history as the indigenous people of America, but what they're not telling you is that the blacks seen the mistreatment of the indentured servants in the colonies, and we rebelled against that injustice with those white peasants and indentured servants. However, those white indentured servants turned around and betrayed the blacks who assisted them in fighting for their revolution and fighting for their freedom against the King of England. This is how black people ended up in slavery. It's through the American legal system, not a transatlantic slave trade.
To prevent future rebellions, the ruling class introduced one of the earliest variations of the one drop of black blood rule, transforming a class-based society into a race-based society.
You have to break that stereotype or that lie that white people have placed out there that they had brought black people over here on slave ships as if we wasn't already here. If we wasn't already here, then there would have been no need for anti-miscegenation laws back in 1690, because those white women would not have been marrying slaves or indentured servants. Let's be real about this.
Order! There will be order in the House of Burgesses! Order in the House!
We landowning gentlemen of the crown cannot afford another rebellion.
We must divide the poor.
We must divide the poor.
We must separate the races.
Separate the races.
African,
English,
Scottish,
Indian. We must break the alliance between the poor.
Break the alliance.
All in favor? Aye. All opposing?
First anti-miscegenation laws were passed by the Maryland General Assembly in 1691.
The measure passes.
We are no longer allowed
to marry.
We are no longer allowed
To start a family.
We are no longer allowed. Can we say aloud
Should we stay inside?
that we have a child?
Can we stay alive?
We're not coming out.
Why are we vilified?
Let's go underground.
We are no longer allowed to carry a child. We are no longer allowed
to exchange vows. We are no longer allowed. I am her father,
Are you all right?
and you are my wife.
This isn't right.
They're not taking our daughter.
Let them try.
That's on my life.
Anti-miscegenation laws are laws that enforce racial segregation at the level of marriage and intimate relationships by criminalizing interracial marriage and sometimes also sex between members of different race. In the United States, interracial marriage, cohabitation, and sex have been termed miscegenation.
it enacted.
Be it enacted.
No Negro.
No Negro.
No mulatto.
No mulatto.
No Indian.
No Indian.
Be it
Be it
enacted.
enacted.
Be it
Be
enacted.
it enacted.
Be it enacted. Be it enacted. Be it
Be
enacted.
it enacted.
That no minister
Be it enacted.
shall hereafter marry a white.
Be it enacted. That no
I
minister
won't let them do this.
shall hereafter marry a
It's
wife
not fair.
with a Negro or mulatto or
Be
Indian.
it enacted. All Negro, mulatto, and
enacted.
Indian slaves
That all
shall be held
children
as property.
of Negroes, of
I
mulattoes,
will be held
of
as property
slaves will be slaves.
until the day I die.
Now, the law directly says that a Negro male or Indian male shall not marry a white woman. So they left our women open to them, but they did not want us having access to their woman. And then if that man and that white woman have a child, that child will be punished by enslavement, as well as that black man who married that white woman would be eligible for enslavement, and the white woman also is eligible for enslavement. This was the miscegenation laws that America passed 1690. These are the laws that transfer slavery to race-based, and these are the laws that put black people in slavery, not them going over to Africa and capturing people in the wild, and bringing them back to America. We were the indigenous people here. The transatlantic slave trade lie was made up in order to prevent us from having indigenous rights to this land.
Be it enacted. If any master kills a slave, that master shall be free of all punishment, as if such an accident never happened.
Be it enacted.
Be it enacted.
When a Negro
my
runs away,
children will be forbidden to read,
shall be
to
lawful
write, to vote, to
dismember,
marry,
to kill,
to testify.
and destroy.
Be it enacted. My child will be bought and sold.
It shall be lawful
Be it enacted. My child will labor until death because of the color of her skin.
to dismember, to kill,
Be it enacted.
and destroy.
My husband will be whipped, branded, maimed. Be it enacted. Be it enacted. Be it enacted that it shall be lawful. It shall be lawful. It shall be lawful to fix a perpetual brand. To fix a perpetual brand. To fix a perpetual brand upon Negroes, mulattoes, and Indians. Upon us.
No Negro, no mulatto, no Indian. By the advice and consent, be it enacted. No Negro, no mulatto, no Indian. Of his lordship's governor.
What the Europeans was able to do while over in America was use our diversity against us, use our diversity in our religious practices and our diversity in skin complexions against us in order to divide us as groups of people while consolidating themselves under the umbrella of whiteness. And they was able to do this and enslave us group by re-identifying groups from Indian to Negro based off of the territories they took over, convincing various tribes or groups that they were different than us, or that our condition was different than theirs, similar to black people not understanding that the plight of the Palestinians is similar to the same plight that us as Black Americans suffer here, and is issued out by the same white people and is supported by the same white people. That same thing occurred when they was colonizing America. The various tribes did not understand that what they was doing to one tribe, they would do to the other tribe, and we was too focused on our differences while they were strengthening themselves off of their similarities. I need us black people to understand this is the same thing that is occurring now. They have a power in whiteness, and they are continuously assaulting us black people one by one, but we look at it as just individual issues.